Good day, lecturers. This is our OPV cell film and we chose theme 2.
Introduction. Apply the principles of inclusive education to create a supportive learning environment in a classroom. What is inclusive education? Let's begin with a definition of inclusive education. We can define inclusive education as a teaching model whereby all students, regardless of their ability, learn together in one environment. The aim of an inclusive education environment is to ensure that all students are treated fairly and get equal opportunities. Within an inclusive education environment, students' diversity and uniqueness should be celebrated without discrimination. General inclusivity. Inclusivity in a classroom refers to the practice of creating a learning environment that welcomes and respects the diversity of all students, regardless of their backgrounds, abilities, or identities. It involves fostering a sense of belonging for every student, promoting equitable opportunities for learning and participation, and accommodating various learning styles and needs. The aim is to ensure that every student feels valued, accepted, and empowered to fully engage in the learning process, fostering a sense of community and mutual respect among all individuals.
General strategies to apply inclusive education. Adapted lessons and tasks. A more engaging approach to learning could be helpful to those who struggle with learning from text-based content. You can do this by incorporating more videos and pictures into lessons, involving educational games or object-based learning to increase engagement. A lot of students learn through play, and this can be an engaging way to immerse them in lessons. Specialized training. Courses and training related to inclusion or student diversity can be very helpful for acquiring tips, techniques, and strategies. Training in areas of student issues such as trauma awareness, autism, or SEN, special educational needs, can prove incredibly useful. These courses can equip teachers with the knowledge of how to deal with struggles that students may be facing. Let children choose how to show what they have learned. Setting exactly the same task for all students may not help you to achieve that, particularly when it comes to assessing learning. Instead of having the learners do a written test, offer them the choice of ways of presenting what they have learned. For example, writing a blog, creating a poster or infographic, or making a slideshow presentation could all be good examples. Here are some images depicting inclusive education in action.
We have chosen a few specific applications to inclusive education strategies. Dyslexia inclusivity. Dyslexia is a very common learning difficulty affecting 20% of the population and up to 1 in 8 people in Australia. It is characterized by difficulty in reading and spelling, while also affecting concentration and ability to follow instructions. Dyslexia can be inherited, and although it appears to be characterized by sight, it is not a visual impairment. Dyslexia strategies. First, use a resource box with lots of visual and hand-on support. Place one of these boxes on every table or dotted around the classroom. Include things like visual cue cards, word banks specific to the topic you're teaching, counting equipment, and colored overlays. Second, when giving instructions, use simple sentences with both written and oral task instructions. This will make it easier to remember the whole instruction. Third, set inclusive homework that doesn't rely solely on written work. Activities like mind map storyboards, making videos, doing oral presentations, and making posters could be a possible alternative. ADHD inclusivity. ADHD is attention deficit hyperactive disorder. Another form is ADD, which is simply attention deficit disorder. Approximately 6% of adults worldwide have ADHD. It is a learning difficulty characterized by a difficulty in sitting still, holding concentration for extended periods of time, and impulsiveness. There are medications that suppress the symptoms, but the conversation around that is sensitive and widely differing opinions. ADHD strategies. 1. Encourage hands-on learning. Let the students write and act out a play, record an assignment on videotape, or take apart and put together a model on something relevant to the topic being studied. 2. Reduce potential distractions. Seat the learner near the source of instruction, usually the front, and away from disruptive students or distractions in the class. 3. Allow for movement in the class. Silent fidget toys, for example, that don't distract other students, or give them errands to run and stretch breaks during lessons. And that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching.